Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Jewel and Auret here
Hello.
from the Essetino Mastermind, and welcome to episode number 159.
Yes, welcome everybody to another live stream on the Essetino Media channel. My name is Auret and this is Jewel, and we also have a special guest for you coming up soon, so stick around. We have a really great success story and guest that we want to introduce to you. But just to let you know, we do host these live streams every 2 weeks at 6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. Eastern, talking about different topics about creating profitable content, scaling your business, growing your business online, and making more money doing what you love.
Yeah. So today we are going to be talking about the Amazon Influencer Program, and we're going to share some cool wins. Let's start off the show with how was your week and share a win for the week.
Yes.
A win for us is we're actually in San Francisco right now, like literally right in San Francisco. We're in downtown right now. Did the hop on, hop off bus tour, the double-decker bus thing where the top part's open. We went over the Golden Gate Bridge and it was like so windy. It was crazy. And I got some cool video clips, which I'll probably post tomorrow, but it was crazy. Like I had like we were like the only ones wearing winter jackets, I found. Everyone else is not wearing a winter jacket here.
Yeah, but they definitely came in handy when we were going over that bridge. And just being a total tourist here, seeing the different sites. I've personally been here twice before, but I've never ridden the bus with the top open like that on the Golden Gate Bridge. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's such an iconic bridge. All right, let's head over to the comments here real quick. All right, we've got Rye in the house. Rye.
Hey, Rye.
Saying Tracy deserves every red cent. Watching her journey through these streams and chats, it's obvious she's a natural born hustler. Yeah, so if you got the email, you'll know that the guest is Tracy, and she's going to be sharing her Amazon influencer story with us. And we've got Tracy behind the scenes here. Hey, Rye, how's the program going for you?
Dennis is in the house. Hello, hello.
Dennis J. Smith, I'm here for the free snacks and beverages. I wish we could give snacks and beverages and it would just appear in front of you guys.
And we have Cheeks from Product Patrol in the house.
Hey,
hello,
Cheeks.
hello.
How's it going? And yes, episode number 159. Still going. Still going.
Phil, good evening to you. Hello.
Hey, Phil, I just saw that on Instagram that you hit 22,000 subscribers. So congratulations.
Nice. Yeah, congrats, Phil. It's amazing.
And Dennis says, I'm jealous I was there in March and you stayed in Luma. Cool.
All right. And we have Felix. Hey, Felix.
Felix is in the house. Hey, Felix, lurking.
No problem.
And Cheeks just came back from the United States shopping with your Amazon money that you used with your Wise debit card. Awesome. All right. So let's just get right into it and let's get into the show here. So let's bring on to the stage Tracy Stack.
Hey, Tracy.
Hello. How are you girls?
Doing awesome.
Good.
Doing
How
awesome.
about you?
Good.
Awesome. Yeah. All right. So yeah, we wanted to bring you on because you had mentioned that you're doing really well with the Amazon Influencer Program in such a short time. It hasn't even been a year since, I told everybody, told the community about it, and you just ran. And so I want to start off by asking, what piqued your interest? Because you were doing YouTube, a gardening channel with YouTube. What piqued your interest with the Amazon Influencer Program?
Well, I think you got us all excited when you brought out your course, and you said this is probably one of the easiest side hustles that you've found so far, and it was something that I was kind of interested in. Making videos obviously is something I'm doing, and when I started looking into product reviews and how we can just put them on the Amazon storefronts and start making commissions, it just got me very excited. So I took your course and just followed those steps of, just go through your whole house and just start making videos, and don't overthink it. Don't work too hard at it, just short videos. And so I just started doing that. And I failed when we went through the approval process. Of course, I had a YouTube channel with enough, engagement and numbers and that. So I got into that first step easily. And then when I did the 3 video review process, I didn't really put a whole lot of thought into it. Probably didn't listen to all the things you said in the course, and got what do you call it, denied the first time. Yeah. So that was, like, okay, this is serious. Like, they're not just letting anybody in, just so, I put a little more effort into my next 3 videos, and was only about 3 or 4 days, and I got approved and opened up the commissions, and then it was just off to the races then. So, and I'm very lucky. I've been following a lot of Facebook groups, and there's a lot of people who get denied,
Get in.
and I don't know what they're doing, but it's it's not easy. But so once you're in and you get rolling, and I just, like you said, went through my whole house, and I'm up to only about 265 videos, so not really a lot compared to some people, but and I hit that 1,000 in July, I think. I started in June, so second month I hit 1,000, which was, we had the Prime days in July, so that helped. And then I managed, and this is Canadian, so managed to hit over 1,000 every month since. So I'm at my 6th month.
With only 270 something videos?
Yeah, 265 I'm at right now.
That's pretty good.
Amazing.
What do you think? Like, because
I don't know why.
With everybody, it's so different, right? Because some people, they need way more videos. Like, I need way more videos to do over 1,000, but you're only at 275, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the
And
type
I don't have a lot of really big dollar item stuff. A few things that on there, but I was just actually looking at my numbers, trying to see what price point of products I'm making the most commissions on. And I had a lot of really small items. Like, I did a lot of reviews of gardening, like rainbird irrigation systems, and there's like thousands of pieces. And I did like 10 or 12 videos on different pieces. And from that, I just got tons and tons of other little parts that people would order in addition to that. So that, I think, so it's a lot of little things that have added up. So I don't know if that's really the way to go, but so far that was good for the summer. It was a really good niche for me. But so
that's awesome, because 275 videos at over $1,000 a month now is what you're averaging. That's pretty awesome. Like, comparatively, if I'm comparing to, what I'm seeing in the Facebook groups and stuff like that, I've seen, some people that have, 500 to 1,000 videos, but they can't crack the $1,000 a month mark, so that's really cool.
Yeah, I'm starting to put more effort into researching. You look and see if this product, if there's any room on the carousel. When I go to anything I go to buy for myself now, I go to Amazon first.
Yeah, same.
Find one that I like that looks like there's room on the carousel, and it's got a lot of sales and checks all the boxes, and then I go buy it on Amazon Canada. Pay a little bit more than the US, but then I loaded up the video on the US Amazon, and away it goes. So
yeah.
Have you done anything before like this, Tracy, with earning from Amazon?
Just the affiliate program. So just posting my links on my YouTube channel, and that doesn't make a lot of money. It's hard to get people to click on those links. I have certain videos that do well for certain products, but that's,
Yeah.
it's never made this kind of money for sure.
It's
Yeah.
not like filming a 30-second or a minute video, uploading, tagging the product, and then it's not, I wouldn't say guaranteed, but it's a pretty good chance you're going to start making commissions if there's not already so many videos in the carousel.
Yeah. But the difference is the affiliate links is, you know, you needing to get your own traffic to those links and earn a commission. But then there's already so much traffic existing on Amazon where people are seeing your product videos, and you're able to earn a commission off of that.
Yeah, we're talking behind the scenes here beforehand, and I was mentioning to you how my best-selling item is a Bose speaker that connects to the TV, and it's not my speaker, it's a speaker in an Airbnb in Whistler, and I almost didn't film it because the Airbnb host had it mounted literally up on the ceiling, and it was all dusty, and I had to find one of those step ladders in one of the closets and climb up there, and it was like all awkward to film it, and it I didn't even play sound. Like, I didn't even show the speaker in action. I literally just kind of went for the aesthetic of how a speaker would look and how it's mounted up on the shelf, and it's probably earned close to $500. And the funny thing is, that's more than what I paid for the Airbnb, which is really cool. And I didn't even own the product, so that's really awesome. And
That's
the second,
bonus, yeah,
I know, that's it. It is a bonus. And the second item that's the highest is my sister has a Jeep, and she has like all these accessories. If you have a Jeep, they like to customize everything, and so she has these when you step into the car, for the mud, like for your feet and stuff, like to make sure the car isn't dirty on the floor, kind of like those mats, and that has sold like $300. And so that's like that. I've noticed like the top 10 items are not even items I own. They're either from an Airbnb or they're from like family and friends. What has been your top item?
Well, I had one gift that my husband and I got from our kids. I think it was a Father's Day gift that we ended up taking back because we didn't want it, but it was worth $130. It was a fishing filleting table, and we decided it wasn't something we were going to use. But before I took it back, I did a review on it, and I can't believe how many of those I've sold. It's crazy. And you make about, I don't know, $5 or $8 per sale. So
Yeah.
it was kind of, you know, but, and I brought this to show you, but this is a smash burger press. I don't know if you've smashed burgers, but this was another item that I bought for $20 because I wanted to smash burgers and get on barbecue. And again, just like every day, there'd be like 3 or 4 of these purchased, and I don't know. I think I've sold about 40 or 50 of those. So,
so simple.
I mean, it wasn't not a big money maker, but it's kind of funny how it just some things just are good sellers, and I think too, it's getting to the point though where the videos, like my quality of videos, I'm thinking I need to work on a little bit more. I think the competition is getting
better.
You know, there's getting more and more people, and I'm starting to, use some thumbnails. I'm starting to kind of work with my title to kind of catch people's attention. So, and I have kind of seen that sometimes on a carousel that's maybe full, I still load my video if I have the product or whatever. I'll put it up there and put a thumbnail on it, put a catchy title, and I found that sometimes I am bumping people off, or I've been put on the top, or sometimes you can still kind of work your way in. So
I've noticed that even like if I film a video and the carousel's already completely full, like there are some videos I filmed months ago that are only just hitting in now. And I'm only reminded, I'm like, oh, I filmed that video back in the summer. and it's only just now made it onto the carousel and is making commission. So that tells me you honestly never really know when it's going to be your time or whatever, but it's like you'll be in and then you'll be out, and then they kind of just like circulate it in, because sometimes, yeah, some things are selling. There was this it's like you put it on top of your bed and it allows you to read in bed. It's like a pillow, but it's like shaped like a I don't know, like a top of a bear, and it's like got like arms and stuff. It makes it like way more comfortable to sit and read in bed. Anyways, I was selling that like daily right in the beginning, and then it disappeared completely, and then now it's back, and now it's starting to sell. So do you notice that with your products as well?
Well, I did this week, like one of my first 3 videos that I posted to get approved. I never seen any sales on them, like from that first month, basically. And then just this week, all of a sudden, I'm getting sales off those items. So yeah, I don't know if they kind of rotate in and out or if it's just luck. I don't know. Yeah, but
Yeah.
and now that, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to ask you, have you tried any of the softwares that people are recommending to find products?
No, I just I've looked at them. I've looked at the pricing. It's so much per month, and then it's U.S. dollars, and I don't know how valuable they are, or how if they're really going to help. So I'm kind of avoiding it so far. I did, like I said, I was part of the beta testing on one of them. It was called Sortio X. And it's a pretty good software. Like, it really helps you find products and find ones that have open carousels, and it shows you, the stats on it and if they're a good seller. So I think it is probably valuable tool to have, but I'm just not ready to, invest in that. I'm still going with my spaghetti method of throwing them out there and see which ones stick and which ones, I kind of do my own research. And so far, I don't know if I'm going to get any higher though in my commissions without, kind of scaling up a bit more. So,
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you know of there was that Amazon influencer person who did the Airbnb method, and
Andrew Pardon.
yeah, and so he got it to 18,000 a month by doing the spaghetti method.
Yeah, I was gonna say the spaghetti method. There's nothing wrong.
I stole that term from him, I think so.
There's nothing wrong with the spaghetti method, because it does get results. I mean, as long as you've learned the foundations and you're consistent with putting out those videos and everything, it gets you to a certain point, right? And if you are noticing a plateau, it's like, okay, what else can I add or test or tweak to get to the next level with income?
Yeah,
because I know there's a lot of these people that we follow and watch on YouTube that are buying, they're going out and buying like a $300 product or whatever, and just from their research, they think it'll be a good seller. Maybe it is, I don't know. But to me, that's just so risky to bring, to invest that much and then to hope that you're going to get enough sales to get your money back and then make money.
Yeah. Are they flipping it afterwards?
Well, that's what I think a lot are suggesting too. Then you can just try to sell it on Marketplace and recoup some of your costs that way, which not something I really want to do either. But
yeah, same. Yeah. I mean, it's there if I need it, like that tactic and strategy. Honestly, I like the spaghetti method. It's kind of exciting to me to have like some random item like that Bose speaker.
Yeah.
That it's exciting to me, and I like it when you book an Airbnb or you book another place, and then you have access to a whole wide range of products, not just like one $300 item. Because like to me, when you buy the one $300 item, you have to purchase it. So that's an action right there. And then you have to wait for the delivery, and then you have to do the unpacking. And I would hope that you would want to learn a little bit about the product. If you're spending that amount, you'd want to do a good video on it, and not just do like a quick one. And then so you'd have to learn it, and then you'd have to then go and sell it on Marketplace and do another interaction with people. And we all know how Facebook Marketplace is. It can be hit and miss with people sometimes, and then go do that appointment with selling it or shipping it. So to me, it's too much extra stuff involved for me. It's not to say it doesn't work, but yeah, I think we're on the same page with only buy things you want. Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with quantity over quality or something that, that's kind of thing. And, now that we have, the videos opening up in Canada and other Amazons across, all over the world, I think, when we get to that point where we can start placing our product review videos on the products when they open that up, which I'm hoping is coming, that's another, all of our videos can all be repurposed and thrown on there. So
before we talk about that, let's answer this question here from Cheeks of Product Patrol. Where do you find what's popular and number selling list? I guess he's wondering, how do you know how much it's how much, like the quantity it's selling for?
Oh, well, when you go into a product, like if you were saying you were going to look for what was I doing yesterday? Bird baths or something like that. I'll just type bird bath, and then I when they bring them up, I switch it to best sellers option, and then it'll start to bring up the most popular. It actually shows you how many have sold that month. A lot of the bigger selling products will say, 1,000 sold this past month, and then from there I'll check in to see what the carousel looks like and reviews.
Do you look for a certain number of how many have sold a month, and then you're like, okay, if it's over 1,000, then I'll do those?
I don't always, I don't know, depending on the item, I guess. If it's a $10 item and 100 of them are selling that month, and there's no other videos on that carousel, it's like, hey, well, I might get in on 100, or not 100, but a good chunk of that, so I just kind of analyze it that way, and then look and see. You can look at the reviews, and I click on most recent, and so it'll pop up, and so you can see if that product's been selling lately, or if the review is from most recent review is from a year ago, then not a lot of people are buying. So I kind of check that out, look to see what kind of questions people are asking about the product, so that when I make the video, I'm going to hopefully answer a question, or help people with that buying decision, and something.
Very great tips.
So,
really good tips.
Nice. So let's go through a scenario here. Let's say you've got a product in your home. How do you go about the whole process?
Well, usually I take my phone and scan it right away to see if it's on Amazon, or go to the computer and see if it's there, because a lot of our products, a lot of times in Canada, you can't find it on Amazon.com, or the brand might be a little bit different. But so I usually start off and then look and see, again, if there's any videos on the carousel, what kind of sales they got. I mean, if I have the product in my house, I might as well make a video. So then, like you say, I just try to come up with some, the skit for the video as to what's a good thing to talk about, to, not just show it, but to actually say, this is good for this, and this is why I like it, and something like that, just to kind of help sell it. And then just put a video up, and I'm starting to try to make a bit of a thumbnail, and like I said, a kind of a catchy title or something. So
what do you use for making the thumbnails?
I've just got into using Canva. Just trying to learn. I needed something different for my YouTube channels as well, so I thought I might as well go into Canva because it seems to be really popular, and it's like, wow.
Yeah, it does a lot, right?
It's a whole nother world.
Yeah, I have got a lot to learn there, but it'll be good for a lot of things. All that AI stuff that they're throwing into everything now. So, it makes titles for you. Yeah. So that's kind of what I've been doing with my review videos. So
Nice. And how many videos are you aiming to get, per day, per week, per month? How is it that you're doing that?
well, I'm not quite as, go getting as I was in the summer. I found it's hard when you set really high goals, and it's actually a really time consuming, and just, it takes a lot of effort and energy. So I'm down to, like, if I can get 5 done a week, that's good enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
If I have a whole batch of stuff, I'll try to do it all at once. And I have 3 daughters that live in their own homes that are Amazon shoppers, so I'm always going to their house and, seeing what they bought, and then ask if I can make a video. Yeah, so that's good. So they have a lot of different shopping style than I do, so I find a lot of different stuff at their house. So
what do they think of what you're doing in the program?
Well, every time they buy something now, they're like, "Do you want to review this?" Like,
awesome.
I actually have one daughter trained to do the videoing for me. She does it at her house, so that's really nice. So, yeah, no, they're really supportive. My husband thinks it's wonderful. He likes that, that $1,000. He really likes that
money. Yeah.
I've used a lot of his hunting and equipment and stuff to make videos, and that's done well. So, yeah, so very supportive. So it's great.
Cool. Yeah. Another kind of tactic / strategy because they're your daughters, so they're just totally cool with you coming in there and doing the filmings. But if it's so for me, it's like a family friend. I'm not necessarily like related to them, and they were like interested in doing this too, but not interested in the having the social media or anything like that. Like they're not on social media, but they liked the idea of this, and they buy a lot on Amazon. And so I came up with an idea to do like a percentage, like a commission based type of thing, where I'm not paying them like per video, or sorry, I'm not paying them per item or anything like that. It's let me film stuff in your home, and whatever commissions come in, we split it based on the percentage that we agree upon.
I was thinking of that too. I have a sister-in-law who's also a huge Amazon shopper, and I didn't feel comfortable saying, "Can I just come in and video all the stuff and make money off of your products?" And so I was kind of wondering how I could bring her in on some of that commission. But that's a good idea.
Yeah. And so I brought it up because like I was like, oh, I just told them what I was doing, and I was just like, I've been making money with Amazon just by filming short videos. And they're like, oh, really? Can I do it? And I said, yeah, you can do it, but you need like at least 3,000 to 5,000 social media followers on this platform, like Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, or what was the other one? Instagram. Yeah. But they like are a ghost, so they don't have any social media, and they're like, oh, that sucks, I can't do the program. And I'm like, well, if you want to partner up, you have all these items, and they buy stuff all the time, and I'm willing to come in and just film it. And I basically am like, it's basically passive for you, because all you have to do is just let me in and just film a bunch of things. And so they're loving it, because I keep track of everything on Airtable, and I do the percentage split and everything like that, and they're loving it. And they order things like on a weekly basis on Amazon. So I have 2 partnerships like that so far. I'm being quite selective with people that I know that are buying stuff, so that is an alternative to get access to more products.
What is your video count at? Sorry.
Me? Oh, yeah. 725, around there. Yeah, that's how I was able, like, I don't have that amount of items myself. It's mainly been Airbnbs and my sister's place, my parents, and these 2 deals that I've done, like these 2 homes that I have access to.
These partnerships are really what help expand your inventory, and the Airbnb method as well, which is, it's not for everyone, but if you're, like we were talking about, spending $300 on one product, for Jewel, she prefers to spend $300 on the Airbnb to fill many products within that space. So it depends what you go for. Roland has a question here. Is it difficult to track those products that you're keeping track of for the family friend if it sells?
For me, no, it's not. And it's exciting for me and it's exciting for them because I give them access to view the Airtable as well. So it's like, transparency. I'm not like hiding anything, and they can see like when items sell. So basically, I'm checking it every day anyways. Every morning, it's like one of the things I do is check my Amazon influencer earnings. So the products that sell, the cool thing is it has the name of the product, it has the total that was spent, and then the commission. So it's already listed out for you. And so I just need to take the commission part and then split it accordingly based on the percentage that we agree upon, and then jot it down on the Airtable. And the cool thing about Airtable is it totals everything for you. So everything that's sold, I literally have the name of the product, and then the what it's sold for, and then the commission, and then I have the commission split. And so it just totals everything down at the bottom, so they can see and I can see, how much we've done together and how much we've done individually. So it makes it really easy.
That's a good idea.
Another question from Roland. Do you wait to see if the item might be returned?
Do I wait to see? Well, I don't like to wait to see if they're returned. It sucks when the return happens. I wait, so I don't pay them out until I have gotten paid for that month. So if I do see a return, then I take it off of that item because it was returned, right?
Yeah.
So, we didn't actually earn commission on that. But speaking of returns, here's something that I've noticed because I was for a bit there, I was going after the high priced items, big ticket items, right? I was trying to get items that were at least $1,000 because obviously the higher the item, the more the commission, right? But then I started to get a couple of really big returns, right? So I was going after exercise equipment. And because I noticed that one exercise, that Bowflex for my sister, that sold. So I'm like, how can I get access to more exercise equipment? So I started going to like the gym that I go to. There's a gym in my building. And so I just started attracting all these gym equipment pieces. But the thing is, when one of those gets returned, it's like negative for the day because it was such a high commission. That is just like one day I think I had like minus 95, and I was like,
no.
Damn. Yeah. But
it never want to see that.
It was plus 95, but then it's like minus. So that's a thing to know, because some people will not like to endure that, right? Whereas when you have a lot of smaller items, it's not as big of a hit, right? Yeah. What was your highest item of return so far?
It was a kitchen tap, I think. We had renovated our kitchen. This was another good thing. We'd renovated our kitchen like a year ago. And so I had all sorts of things in my kitchen that I purchased on Amazon. It was light fixtures, blinds, the cabinet pulls, and I videoed everything. And I made a lot of money off of that as well. But we had a really nice Kohler kitchen tap that we bought off Amazon. It was like a $700 one. And so I did a video on that, and I've made a few good sales off of it. But it was one of those kind of taps that was $600, and I made, I don't know, $40 or something. And then one day it was returned. It was like, oh, that hurt. But it was about a week into my joining the program, and when I was that was one of the first videos I'd done, was this kitchen tap. And from that, somebody purchased a $1,600 copper farm sink from Amazon.
Ooh.
And so only like my third day in, I made this $58 commission.
That's
And I'm like,
awesome.
wow, this is really awesome.
Yeah.
But that was just like, and then the next day it was like, 20 cents or something like that. But
Yeah.
thankfully they didn't return it. So that was
Awesome.
my biggest sale. So yeah.
That's so cool. That's so cool. So would you still recommend this program to people based on
I think so.
time
Yeah.
you've spent?
Like I say, now that it's I mean, I'm in Canada, of course. So if it's expanding into other countries, I think that just means more opportunity. And, I think I learned last night that the US Amazon did $330 billion in sales in
Wow.
2022. And so then I looked up what Canada did, and actually Canada, it was only like 11 million.
Wow. What a
Whoa.
difference.
So I'm thinking, even though these other countries are opening up, the volume is not going to be anywhere near
Yeah.
what it is, so, but I mean, countries like Germany, the UK, and Japan were the top four. So, I mean, if people want to go worldwide with this, you could, like, anybody can open a store. And I already opened one in the UK. And I can start posting videos there now too. So yeah,
They have on-site commissions?
No, it's same as Canada. Still just the videos. But I told you how I was on a Amazon Canada live stream today, just talking about Black Friday and kind of getting yourself prepared for that. And people kept throwing those questions in the chat about when there's on-site coming. Are we going? And they just kind of gave the indication that it's coming. Watch for it. So, and they were really encouraging people to start loading up their videos onto Canada's site. So that tells me that there won't be a approval process. Maybe we'll all be grandfathered into these other countries. I don't know how, if they're telling us to put all these videos on and then make you go through the approval process. They usually make you take all the videos off, right? So hopefully, that's Canada's just a little niche that not everybody will be interested in. I'm hoping, that we can repurpose all our videos. And, I also see an opportunity with brand companies coming to us being in Canada. That's something that with the US Amazon, that we didn't really have a lot of brands coming to Canada, or they would email me and ask if I want to promote their product. And I'd say, sure. Do you ship to Canada? And they'd say, no, sorry. So I'm missing out on a lot of that. And even today, I already got an email from a company asking me if I'm interested in promoting their brands. Have you opened up your Canada storefront yet? And they asked me that question. So they know that, we have this happening in other countries. So I think that's good. So I still think there's lots of opportunity out there.
For sure. I'm quite hopeful for the Canadian Amazon influencer on-site commissions. I know that you mentioned 11 million compared to 330 billion, but I still think that we can get a good chunk of that amount, being that it's going to be, so wide open with videos. Products will not, there's not going to be as many people yet on the Amazon Canada. And for the first little bit, it's going to be wide open. And so I think I'm really hopeful. I hope that they do the same kind of commission split that they're doing now with, all the products that I've already filmed. That's going to be really exciting. And I forgot, I wanted to mention to you, so you know how us as Canadians, when we get a seller that has a product and they say, oh, are you're in Canada, oh, I'm not going to ship to you. Do you say to them, do you have this same product selling in Canada? Because a lot of the times they're on the US Amazon.com, and they also are on Amazon.ca.
Yeah.
So I also asked
No.
them, are you selling this product in Canada? And sometimes they'll say yes, and I'm like, okay, well, can you just send me the one from Canada and I'll review it on .com?
Yeah, I actually have thought about that and never have asked though, but that is a good point because that's what I thought too. They do have the product in Canada, and maybe they just don't realize, or they're just focusing on the US. So, but yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, because they're just focused on trying to get people videos, and if as soon as they hear anything that they're just gonna stop communication or move on to the next person. So you do need to make them aware that you can still make this happen. I've converted 3 people already because I look at the product and I know it's on Canada because I'll just look up the brand myself.
Yeah.
And I'll just reiterate, I see that you have this on Canada. I'm in Canada, but I can list this on Amazon.com through the influencer. Can you send it to me through Canada and I can still do the video for you? And sometimes they'll go amazing, yes, and then sometimes they need to go speak to their boss or whatever. But
Yeah.
all the times that they do have both in US and Canada, they have no problem with it.
So have you been getting product?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
With that method. And also, I'm not sure if do you live close to the US border where you are?
No. No.
Okay. So, there are also mailing forwarders that they'll give you a US mailbox, but and then you accumulate stuff and then they'll forward it to Canada. So there are those companies that do that as well, but you'd only want to do that for products that are going to be worth it. Because right now, a lot of people that are reaching out, the products aren't that great. They're, whatever kind of products. And so you'd want to do that with the nice products.
Because when I have been approached with some products, I will go to Amazon. I will check to see, first of all, is there any video carousel and what kind of sales they are getting on the product. Because sometimes they'll have only like 2 reviews and not very many sales, and they don't even have a video carousel on their product. So it's kind of no. So you kind of you want to make sure you research the product too and make sure you're getting something it's going to be worth your time and effort for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or even if you're going down the route of getting the product and then flipping it on, if you think that you can sell it on Marketplace. But again, I'm not that keen on doing that just because it's a lot of time to do the listing and meet up with the customer, and if they show, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, and so that whole thing. Yeah, but definitely, I mean, people are doing that whole system. There's not only one way to do Amazon influencer, and there's so many different ways. And like you said that you are doing the spaghetti method, but you're wanting to go more in depth now. You want to be more targeted for product.
I'm kind of thinking, I'm just researching how to do that and without having to, invest a lot of money. We have one of those surplus stores, that gets all those crates of stuff. I think it's through Costco and stuff. And a lot of the products are on Amazon. So I thought, I should do walkthroughs in a place like that, start researching those products. If there's some good ones that would be a good seller on Amazon that I can get at a reduced price. And, if it's something that's worth selling on Marketplace, then, maybe I'll try that. But, I'm just going to try a few things, see what sticks.
Yeah.
Well,
that's what got you here, Tracy, with your success, is just see what sticks. So that's awesome. Rowan says, I have trouble at times figuring out if some of the emails are legit from these vendors or brands.
Yeah. So I don't know. So I guess I have a pretty good visual radar. Like I can really see if it's legit or not. Or I just take whatever brand they're talking about, and I don't click on any links in the email.
Yeah,
I'll
look it
just
up.
go to Amazon.com and type in the brand that they're talking about, and I'll see if it's legit, and usually
also
go from there.
looking at their email address.
Yeah.
So sometimes just even from the email address, you can see if it's typically, you know, it's whatever, Joe at the brand name or the company name. It's more likely to be legit, rather than like I've seen a bunch of numbers and letters, or, you know, emails from things that don't make sense. So yeah, sometimes you do have to do your extra due diligence and look something up online just to make sure it's legit.
Have you done the creator connections?
Me?
Yeah.
I did sign up for one, but again, it was the US system. So I tried to connect with the brand and to see if they would send me the product, and they could not figure out where I lived. Like I just kept giving them different addresses, and it was like 2-3 days between each message, you know, and the creator connections is usually a time period of, you know, where they're promoting their product. So there's just a small window of time. But yeah, so it didn't happen, and I just didn't try again after that. It was, but you know, again, that might be something that Amazon Canada will add on, and then the products might be a little easier to get to you quickly, so you can do the promotion, because it's pretty good commission. You know, I think it's extra 20% or something.
Do they pay you, or they give you the product and then you just get a higher commission for that product? Is that how it
I
works?
think so, but again, I didn't really look too much into it. But
Okay.
So for those who are watching, do you want to explain what Creator Connections is?
Yeah, so they have this tab in the affiliate side of your Amazon, the whole thing, and there's a thing called Creator Connections, and you do need to, I think you need to, I was automatically accepted when I clicked on the button. It wasn't too hard
yeah,
of
some people
accept.
say they had to be invited. I don't even know how I got it, but
Yeah, I just saw the tab on the affiliate side of Amazon, and I clicked onto it, and I saw like inside there's like a whole forum of Amazon sellers and products that they're willing to give, and it looks really cool. Like I saw like a foldable treadmill. Like I was like wanted that because I know I can flip that afterwards and potentially use it, because it was like one of those ones where it's not like a full-on stand. You just put it on the ground and it can has a little motor
cool.
and stuff.
Yeah.
But I didn't actually go forward with connecting with any of the brands just because it's time consuming. It's time
yeah,
consuming, like one-on-one brand going back and forth, like you said, days in between messages. Whereas if I could get access to a person's home and I just film
yeah,
everything there, I'm
right.
always trying to think of.
Yeah, you gotta really, you know, monitor your time and think about how much time you're spending on things. And that's where I kind of stop and think, okay, how much time am I actually going to spend, you know, trying to learn how to find products on Amazon and make sure that they're like number one, and you know, spend all this money and time and just for one item or whatever. So yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, everybody's got their own flavor of things. And to me, yeah, I'm the same way. I'm like, I can't be spending this amount of time on one product. I would rather have access to many products. And that's why I, to this day, still keep, I don't even do thumbnails. And my videos are generally less than a minute unless I actually do have more to say about the item. But usually it's like 30 seconds to a minute, and I'm just kind of going for volume. I'm following Andrew.
Yeah.
I'm going after his method because he was insanely successful with it before it all
And
crumbled.
something else that I was just going to talk about was the incentive that Amazon throws out there, and I think there's been a couple, but I was invited to the this or that incentive, and it was basically you make a video about two similar products and just compare them. they had to be in the same category. So like 2 blenders or 2 iPhones or something like that. And they were paying $50 per video. And there was a max of, I could have made 250 videos. So I could have made $12,000 or something if I could have reached that max, and you had a month to do it. And that was
Yeah.
like, I only got 23 videos made. It was really hard to find 2 items that,
Are
who has
similar.
2 blenders, right? Or who has
Yeah.
whatever. So I had to really think, but I mean, I did come up with 23 videos, and I got paid $1,050
Wow.
That's
American.
amazing.
So, it came out to like $1,300.
So were
So
you
that was pretty
loving the
cool.
incentives?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So,
awesome.
in hindsight, it's like, man, I wish I would have just like took 3 weeks holidays from work and just, went crazy. But yeah, it
Yeah.
was. So hopefully they do more stuff like that. That was
Yeah.
fun.
You got invited to that one and I was not. And I was like, everybody was like, yeah, they're going for it. And I'm like, oh, I didn't get invited to this one.
I watched a video on a girl who talks about the AIP program, and she also was not invited, and she was really upset, and she actually emailed them, and they said, no, you weren't one of the invitees, but she submitted some anyway. And you had to tag the video, hashtag this or that. She said, I only did 3, and she ended up getting paid out for them. And she's like, I'm so mad I didn't do more. But so
wow.
it's
Ooh,
like
hack.
Amazon didn't realize that, they don't track who actually
Yeah.
got invited. So there's a little tip if
Yeah.
There we go.
everybody just do it anyway.
She squeezed through. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
So,
That's pretty
but
cool.
I don't like to mess with Amazon and do anything out,
Yeah.
because you do something wrong, no soup for you. You're
Yeah,
done.
no, that's your business. They could X you and that's it. That's the
Yeah.
end of commissions.
I don't wanna
Well,
Jeopardize that. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, with Andrew, he did a video talking about what had happened with him. And I'm actually so glad that he did a video talking about what happened, because, he owned up to his mistake. And did you see the video?
I knew something happened, but I didn't know what. I never did hear it.
So basically, he was doing the Airbnb method and he was going full force. I think he was doing like 1 or 2 Airbnbs a week, maybe even more. Like, he was going crazy. That's why he had like, I don't know, maybe over 1,500, maybe close to 2,000 videos. So he went really full on with the spaghetti method. And that wasn't the issue. That wasn't the problem. The issue was that he was tagging multiple different sellers of the same product. And you can't do that. You're only allowed to tag one seller of that one product, even though, let's say it's a Coca-Cola and there's so many other Coca-Cola bottles, you can only tag one. Because, the thinking was, if you tag all of those, then your video shows on all of them potentially. And so you have more chances at higher commissions, right? And so he didn't know that, and I'm so glad that he created a video letting people know not to do that, because then I remember I relayed it to everybody. I'm like, stop tagging multiple products now, because although they did not shut him down, he said that they did they still paid him up until that moment, and then he went back down to 0, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that was at 18,000 US. So that's per month. And he did it in less than a year. So, yeah.
You really want to read all those terms of services that Amazon preaches about, because most people don't want to read that small print, but yeah, you definitely want to be familiar with that.
You have to play by their rules. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I'm very diligent. I went through all of I think at the time when he mentioned that, I think I had 300 or 400 videos, and I went through every single one, and I made sure that there was only one tagged product that was the same. Like obviously if there's like a blender and a speaker in the video, then you can tag those two, but only one of each.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I went through, it took me a while to go through that whole thing, but I wanted to be on the up and up with Amazon. And yeah, it's crazy how that happens. But I'm still following his methods. I'm still following the volume method, and I'm just still stacking the videos and stacking the videos, and hopefully the income grows as well. Still hopeful for Black Friday and the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on it?
Well, like, again, when I watched this influencer or this Amazon live today, when they're telling you about all the products that are going to be on, and you got to really make sure you push those, and they give you kind of a heads up of what's going to be the top sellers, and again, it's just like, well, if I don't have it in my house, and I'm not going to run out and buy all these things, or I'm not going to jump on all these different bandwagons of what's popular. I'm just going to keep throwing out there what I got, and hope that, I'm sure the sales will go up, so it should be good.
Mm-hmm.
What was your best month?
Best month?
Best month?
Best month so far was I think 15 or 1600. It's, I mean, I wanted to go faster. Like I wanted to make more than that per month. I'm happy that I'm around, it fluctuates between like 1200 to 1500 a month right now, which I'm pleased with, but I would like it to be in the 2, 3, 4, 5 range. 5 was my goal. It's taking me longer than I thought it would, because so many people are coming into the program. Like it's, when I found out about it, it just started to spread. I noticed like everybody was starting to talk about it, and it's just getting really popular now. But I see a lot of people falling off and like leaving it and kind of getting bored with it, which is good.
That's
because
good news,
I'm
yeah.
still sticking with it. I'm still staying consistent. I'm still uploading whenever I see products. Like I'm still scanning products in here in this hotel room. There's not too many in hotel rooms, but I'll get what I can get, Yeah, so I'm pretty pleased with it. I still like the program. To me, it's still the easiest way to make money online with the least amount of effort. I mean, the way I'm doing it, I'm just doing 30, 40 seconds of a video. I might not even own the product. I do a voiceover if I didn't do one initially with CapCut, which is free. I upload it and then, make commissions on it. There's not really much else that goes on with the process. And so that's like being so simple. And that's why I still recommend it to people. I'm still telling people. That's why I'm doing this live stream for people, to still let them know that, because I was excited to hear that you're doing, 1,000 plus a month, and you started in what, June?
June, yeah.
Went from 0 to like, how many people want to make an extra 1,000 a month? Like a lot of people. There's a lot of people that want to make extra couple hundred a month. And this is you don't need to be like, you don't need to start a business or anything like that. A lot of people just want to do like a side hustle, and I think this is a good side hustle still. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, definitely.
We got Roland here. Last couple of questions. Do you think uploading consistency, well, I think he meant consistently, matters if your products get views or not? I've heard that some people say, I've even actually heard Andrew say that he's like, make sure that you do a couple uploads consistently. Like he said, don't leave big gaps of not uploading. Because apparently he noticed if you leave these gaps of not uploading, then your commissions tend to go down. I don't know if that's true or not. It's kind of like on Etsy.
I was just going to say.
Yeah, explain the Etsy thing.
Yeah, so I mean, with all of these platforms, they want to see that you're active on these platforms. And so anything that you can do to create activity helps boost the algorithm, apparently. So for example, on Etsy, they're encouraging you to create new listings or make an edit on some of the listings and that kind of thing. And people would notice that just making these small tweaks, either adding new listings or making tweaks on existing ones, it would kind of boost the visibility of those products. So it's possible, when Andrew shared that it could be similar on Amazon, because they're just encouraging that activity of the seller and possibly boosting, their visibility on the platform.
Yeah, I mean, I have seen sometimes when let's say I haven't uploaded for a week. Yeah, my sales are down, but then there's that random explosion of commission that comes in. So it's not like exactly if you don't upload, then your commissions go down, but
yeah, it's not a one-to-one. It's just like you might see the effects of it later, or depends what you're comparing it to. But Roland here says that he's noticed a bit of a I guess a lull or a plateau. You're like, sometimes it will be 2 weeks where I don't upload.
Do you notice that, Tracy? What's the longest you haven't uploaded on Influencer?
Yeah, it's so hard to tell because September and October were so weird with Amazon, with all their stuff that they were doing to us, removing all the carousels and then glitches. So, and I kind of stopped uploading when all that was happening. And then people are saying, just keep uploading, just don't let this bother you. So yeah, I don't know if I've ever noticed anything like that.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to say. It's like the YouTube algorithm. It's like you never know what's happening.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we will end it here. Any last advice for people who are thinking about it? What would you say to them?
Well, I think I would just encourage them to check out your course. It's a very reasonable course. It's very easy. It's, it gives you all the tools to get started. And anybody who's in it now, I think just keep going. Like I say, I feel better now about just the spaghetti method again. I'm going back that way now. Sometimes, I get steered in different directions, but I think just keep finding products around you and make deals with friends and family. And this is not my living. I'm not trying to make this my full-time job or expect I'm going to be able to make a living off this. It's just a great side hustle that's pretty simple, really.
Yeah, it's a great moment in time for the online money making.
Yeah,
it's a unique time. And whenever I, am like, oh, the lull, or you get a minus 95 or anything like that, I just think of Andrew, and I just think of his spaghetti method, and how all he did was just put his head down, and he just videos, and he just doesn't think, and he just went at it and just went for volume. And so he's my role model, the Amazon influencer. And yeah, if you guys are interested in getting the course, the link is down in the description, or it's pinned on the live chat here.
theprofitablereviewer.com. You can go to that page and just check out and see what's included in the course and whether it's a right fit for you.
Yeah, Roland's also taking it. He said, I'm glad I started the program. He doesn't have as many videos, but it's almost for him, because he hasn't uploaded. Like when you don't upload and you still have commissions coming in, then it's technically passive.
Yeah.
Because you're not doing anything with it, but still having these commissions coming in. So you can do that. I mean, this reminds me of Merch by Amazon. So Merch by Amazon was another program that they released before this, where you upload t-shirt designs, just designs in general that could go on any kinds of products. And I have not uploaded onto Merch by Amazon in probably 3 or 4 years, but it consistently makes $500 to $600 a month, and I have not touched it at all in 3 to 4 years.
I signed up for that about a month ago, and it's like, okay, I haven't focused on it yet, but it's another thing in the back of my mind.
Oh, well, if you need help with that, we can definitely chat with that, because Canva has the AI thing, and you can literally just type in the ideas for your designs, and the AI produces the design that's literally ready to go to upload onto Merch by Amazon.
When we were doing this years ago, like we hired designers to create the designs that we wanted, and had those extra costs. But now it's, you just give the AI the command and it spits out the design, and you can take that and use it.
Yeah.
I think that's my January project once we get through.
And that's another one that's like behind the scenes. It's like, you can totally be behind the scenes, not front facing, and you just come up with a bunch of designs, and you just, again, it's volume, just designs up. And now with AI, it's probably easier to do Merch by Amazon and that stuff now.
So we have other comments here saying the program's fun, and it's always a surprise when you get a commission for something you didn't make a video for.
Free money. Awesome. All right. Well, I thank you so much, Tracy, for coming on the stream here and sharing your story, sharing your experience of how it is. I remember when you started and you've literally ran with it, and I was so excited to hear that you're doing 1,000+. And I know that you're more obsessed with it than I am. Like, you attend the Amazon live streams and the stuff that they send out in the emails. So that's really cool. I love hearing the updates from you. And, I wish you much success and headed to 2K, 3K. What's your monthly goal for the influencer program?
Well, I'm kind of getting out to 1,500, I guess. But
nice.
Yeah. And I mean, maybe that'll happen before Christmas. But in the new year, there's, going to have to really set some new goals, I think. So, but thank you very much. You guys always are great motivators. You're great teachers. And, I owe it all to you.
Awesome. That's amazing. Well, thanks again, Tracy, for being a guest on the show. And if you guys are interested, head down to the description. We'll have the link there or in the pinned comment on the live chat. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in 2 weeks for the next Essetino Mastermind.
Bye for now.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.